Hey my friends, Owlets here. Uh, Thank you for joining me, and as always sharing your time and your energy with me. This is going to be a general collective for the sign of Aries. Please keep in mind it's a general collective, so the messages can't resonate with everyone all the time. And anything that you need to know about the channel is down in the description box below. Aries just pulled your cards, and what I have to say is holy swords, like holy air energy, holy blades. In this deck, swords are called blades. Okay, so your first card out is Sir King of Blades, or the King of Swords, followed by the Three of Cups, in this deck called the Three of Elixirs, and then we're back to blades with the Page, the Knight, the Six of Blades in reverse, or the Six of Swords, and the Two of Swords upright. I also pulled some oracle cards and was not too surprised to see one of them is air. So I will say what comes to mind kind of right off the bat is, you being a fire sign. Sometimes air and fire, there can be a bit of friction, right? Fire needs oxygen to burn, and a little bit of wind can get a nice fire started, but a lot of air can make it hard to control that fire, its intensity, where it spreads. So putting this in the context of your emotions, I'm gonna say what I'm seeing kind of right away is that there seems to be some shift, a shift in the dynamics of a relationship, a friendship. Because with the King of Blades, we see you using your intellect to remove negative influences from your life. This is something that I feel you've been doing, trying to remove these influences that just aren't serving you from your life, obstacles that are keeping you from moving forward. This is a feeling of self-management. And we're going to get to the first oracle card that I pulled for you. I pulled one for the top row, one for the bottom row, both from the Flowers of the Dead oracle and the Witch's World oracle. And as we can see, the words protection and boundaries appear for the armadillo. So yeah, self-management, taking control, recognizing the things that you need to cut out of your life. Like if you were to sit and think, okay, if I cut blank out of my life, how much better would I feel? And then just get it done. Take that that step and take it confidently, knowing that you are protected and knowing that you're also doing this for your protection. You're making these changes for your protection, for your energetic stability. And setting clear boundaries with someone or in regards to something. Now, with the Three of Elixirs, sandwiched in between all of these court cards, you know, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. There's a lot going on here for you in terms of your important personal relationships. Relationships, yeah. Nope. Relationships. There's a shifting of the old dynamics of said relationships. The Page of Blades. Sorry, I have to keep leaning forward so I can see if I'm holding it in the camera's view. The Page of Blades, it's an energy of intense curiosity. So this kind of feels to me a bit like gossip. There's a feeling of someone coming to conclusions or making judgments that are kind of rooted in misinformation. And then with the Knight of Blades here, there's a very assertive energy. This knight has the gift of gab, and because they're extremely assertive, you may be finding yourself agreeing with something said or something done, even if it wasn't your intention to do so. So there definitely seems to be, especially with the Three of Elixirs here, the Three of Cups, you know, your friendship card, your soul tribe, there seems to be some sort of, you know, going down to this card for the second row. We've got the alligator, Gar, confusion, misunderstood, and it did come out in reverse, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But I am feeling that sense of confusion, that sense of misinformation, that sense of something being misunderstood, either by you or by someone else, someone in your friendship group. Something hasn't been communicated correctly. But see, then we've got this Blade of Swords. No, the Six of Blades, or the Six of Swords in reverse, which shows some sort of inability or perhaps unwillingness to move away from a troubling situation. There's interference here. Perhaps some input from another or others is creating some sort of obstacle that's kind of complicating your path, your plans. There's a feeling of delay here, or fears of moving beyond or away from something or someone, a fear of a fear of change. And Spirit wants to remind you that unhappiness often results from our own unwillingness to make changes that have the ability to awaken us, awaken our hearts, awaken our minds, awaken our spirit, and open us up to new possibilities. And this unwillingness to make said changes often is steeped in, it's kind of steeped in fear. We humans are creatures of habit, very often we're not comfortable with change. So it's not that unusual to try to avoid change at times, right? But when all arrows are pointing in one direction, and you know intuitively that that's the direction you're supposed to be headed, but it's kind of it's not the beaten path. The beaten path is more a rut that you've gotten stuck in, and it's time for you to venture off-road a bit so that you can realign yourself with your own sense of purpose, your own moral compass, your own integrity, whatever the case may be. Here. And then your final card being the Two of Swords, or the Two of Blades in this deck. To me, this is like the blind faith card, because it represents making decisions based on your own truth, and that takes courage. This is symbolizing you kind of balancing things internally, balancing the right and left hemispheres of your brain, kind of combining that intuition with your intellect. It feels to me like you and another are holding conflicting opinions, perhaps. And you're being asked to kind of remove the blindfold here and look at the situation with pure honesty. No matter what that honesty looks like, or no matter what it feels like, it's honest, and that's what matters at this time. The illusions and the fear of change are what need to be overcome. Now, with this air card here, with the word conscious appearing, it's mind, it's thoughts, it's communication. I've never seen such a air-heavy reading. But this card is asking you to trust yourself. What is your conscious mind telling you is the truth? What is it that you already know to be true? Whatever your mind has been focused on, take a deeper look at that. There's shifting and changing. The air's moving here. The wind's blowing, my friends. So the time to kind of adjust your sails to work with it and not against it is now. Working with it is going to help you propel yourself forward, realign yourself with your true path. I just noticed my notebook and my foot are right on the bottom of the camera tripod thing, so I'm sorry if I've been shaking the camera. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. And then we have Moonstone. Sacred. Moonstone also deals with intuition, also deals with reflection. So what old emotional patterns may be requiring some healing in order for you to move forward in this situation? Just some food for thought if this reading is resonating. But it's very important for you to maintain your boundaries, even with, your soul tribe. We all need to maintain boundaries. We all need to maintain protection. But I do feel like this card, by the way, came out in reverse because this confusion and this misunderstanding that's going on here between you and another or a group of friends or something, it can be cleared up as long as people put their egos aside, as long as people are not arrogant about anything. And as long as you and the other or others are ready to, flip this energy around and steer away from the bullshit, not get stuck in those ruts, in those stubborn places of resistance where we find it difficult to move forward with someone or even move past a situation. I feel like there's a sense of ruminating on something here. And this could be you or the other. Keep in mind always the energies can be flipped, reversed. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. So I wish you the best. Make sure, like I said, that you're doing your best to clear up any misunderstandings, doing your best not to spread any misinformation, and maintaining those boundaries with others. And making sure that, you're going with the flow, you're working with this air energy, and protecting yourself, keeping your inner fire in check, because there's a lot of air here. I can't emphasize that enough. This is all kind of crazy. But anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if it resonated. I thank you very much for spending some time with me. I look forward to seeing you guys again very soon. Take good care of yourselves. Excuse me. Take good care of yourselves, first and foremost, always. And take care of those around you. I love you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye, friends.